everybody, welcome to a long overdue episode of The Rewind Guys. It is October, and I can't resist Halloween episodes. Joining me, we have Lydia.
Hi.
And Russell.
Hi.
Okay, so you know what? It was 3 years ago this month, when this comes out, that we set off on a journey to accomplish something they said it couldn't be done.
What?
That was to do a series that had a centralized theme of what, Russell?
Farts.
Yes! They said it couldn't be done. But we did it. This time, I'm picking a theme that even I think can't be done. Lydia, what is the theme?
Oh, turds? Poop? That's
PoopToober.
that's the theme? I didn't know that.
You know what? Neither did I, but we're running with it.
Oh.
He just thought of it on the spot.
It just hit me. Yes, PoopToober. Actually, I was really going to do Farttober, the rectoming.
Oh.
Because, I mean, come on.
Number 2.
It was so hard trying to find 4 horror movies that have farts in them. There's no way you could do it a second time. And I tried and already failed, so I really like PoopToober because now it's making me look like a winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're starting with Monsturd from 2003. Which, by the way, if you had told me this was from the 90s, I would have totally believed it.
Yeah.
This looks way older than 2003. Russell, when did you watch this?
I watched it over the course of this last week.
Over the course? You watched it
takes
in
me
fragments?
like a week to watch a movie usually.
Oh.
It's not even a long movie.
It's not.
I did watch a portion of it while pooping.
Oh. That's really, like, immersive.
I was scared, you know? It's like when you're a kid and you watch a horror movie and like you're afraid to turn the lights off or something. Well, I was watching this on the toilet.
Oh.
And I thought, the turd monster is going to...
Were you sweating it on the toilet?
Yes.
All right, Lydia, you watched this a few days ago and then recapped it today?
A little bit, yes. I'm very excited that I did that.
Okay.
It was very interesting.
Yes.
It was more disturbing than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe I'm getting a little too soft.
well, I'll ask about what you thought was disturbing in a second. So I watched this, just like you, a couple days ago, recapped it today, and I'm glad I did, because I don't remember who the main character was. Do you guys know who the main character is?
Is it the detective lady? Is she the main character?
Kind of, I guess.
Is it the poop man himself?
Not, well, kind of.
The sheriff.
It is the sheriff. On my second viewing, I think I realized it was the sheriff, but it focuses on so many people. I'm like, I don't know who we're watching. I don't know what's going on. There's so many. Now, can we just talk about favorite scenes? Everybody's got one, right? We all must have a favorite scene. If not, this really shows how much you liked the movie.
Favorite scene.
I have 2. I actually have a couple, but I have 2 specifically.
I don't know if I have favorite scenes out of this. Maybe I like when the old lady, in kind of towards the beginning, where the red light goes on. She's like, he doesn't know what he's doing, and she has to jump in. She reacts before it even goes red.
Yes.
And then jumps in there and, saves the day, I guess. And then the doctor guy's just like,
As
the
she's
whole
dying.
whole time, not really concerned, doesn't really care about anything, just like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the reactions on a lot of these actors is really weird and not quite right most of the time.
Yeah.
Russell, favorite scene?
I think I don't know what their names were. There was like a couple. I'm thinking like probably boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes, you're talking about Frank, and I don't know the lady's name.
And she's like, clean that toilet. And then he goes in there, and there's just poop everywhere, and he's just like with his hands, he's smashing around. Obviously it's fake. but I was so disturbed watching him like a sponge and his hands in the water, and then he flips the sponge over and he's like scrubbing everything, and then he's plunging and it's getting his mouth.
Yes, oh my god, I loved that scene so much. So the first time I watched it, I was really disturbed by it. But the second time, man, I lost it. I was dying.
Wasn't the turd monster like getting his plunger or something while he was doing that?
I don't think so.
No, that's what I thought, because I was so confused. I'm like, why is he doing this?
He's just plunging aggressively because he's mad at his girlfriend. I thought it was his wife, but I think it's his girlfriend.
Oh, well, yeah, he clearly does not know how to clean
Oh.
a toilet, even though he says he does.
It's so good. Okay, that scene is great. It's one of my favorites, and I forgot about it. But I love the stoner puppet.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the stoner puppet was killing me. And this is so stupid. It's such a minor thing. But when that bug scientist guy
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
shows up with 1,000,000 flies and a cat carrier.
And they don't come out till he opens
No,
it.
they're
Even though
trained.
It's just
Oh
got
my
like
goodness.
a screen on it, like for a cat.
It takes him 2 days to find 1,000,000 flies. He's like, yeah, I can do that. It could be 2 days.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
you don't know. Maybe it's easy.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but I love this movie. Oh man. It's also very hot in here.
It's getting warm. It's getting warm.
Oh, it's good to be back.
There are so many puns. It's just it never ends.
Oh, really? I actually
Yeah.
thought there could be more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they were going to do a lot more with that. And I wish they would have.
Yeah.
Everything
I'm
was a
dying.
poop joke.
No.
Yeah.
Everything was a line of shit. Like, I can't even remember what they say, but they'll say shit like, "Oh, shit got real," or "I'm tired of dealing with your shit." There's like stuff like that. But like, I feel like they could have
County?
done Butte County.
Yeah.
That's good. The first time I seen that before I heard them actually say it, I was like, "Oh, it's Butte County."
Yeah.
But no, it's Butte County. And then there's the guy who escaped from prison.
I thought that was real lame.
I forgot about that scene. So when he goes in there, he's like, Schmidt, and he's like slapping his face. He doesn't know it's him, or not him, I guess.
It's like, why aren't you getting up? Come on, let's go.
And he's the only one he checks on. Walks through everyone else, and he just checks on him.
Because he's like the worst guy in the jail or the
I
prison
guess
or
so.
whatever. But yeah, Jack Schmidt, that's pretty good. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
this movie.
Did the little girl in the beginning say Puke County? Oh, is it? What did she say?
I don't know. I can't even understand her half the time.
Yeah, and then I like how this is her story. There are some questionable things
I was
that
like,
she is saying in this story.
oh yeah, no, I thought the same thing. I'm looking at this and I had to remind myself, like, this is all being told by like an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old,
And then
if
the
that.
shit man comes.
Yeah, and there's like people swearing and like, I don't know, dying and whew, it's so good. It's so good. I need to get one of those paper towels.
There's so many things I forgot about this movie until you guys talked, and then it like refreshed. Even though I just watched it this morning or afternoon.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I'm actually really glad I watched it again, because I forgot a lot about this stuff. This movie, especially from the very beginning, and I thought this the first time I watched it, it moves fast. Like, it's just like, bah, 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 things are moving and things are going. It slows down a little bit, but
You know what doesn't move fast? That guy
What?
that walks through that office building
the guy who, oh, wait. The
to
guy,
get to Agent, what's her name? Susan
no, it's, hold on here. I got a note in here. Agent Hannigan, right?
Hannigan. Yeah,
Hannigan,
whatever.
sure.
But isn't it like Susan and Hannigan?
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote down the character as it was credited. It was like Agent Hannigan, so whatever.
He walks forever to get to her office. Why does it gotta be that far away?
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
I guess so.
That's so stupid. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see if we can kind of get through the movie just in like a basic plot, okay? So, a little girl tells a story to her father, I guess. I don't know. It's very questionable.
Yeah.
We'll say father. And she tells a story of this guy named Jack Schmidt. He is a prisoner. This guy escapes from prison. He goes he's chased
Yeah.
into the sewers. Okay. But the scientist guys developing this biological chemical, is he specifically making it this way that it turns people into shit, or was that just kind of an accident?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
I'm not sure.
So none of us really know.
No.
He just made a chemical that's what happens when you encounter it?
Maybe because it was in the sewer?
Oh.
It kind of like...
No,
No?
because that lady was affected before they dumped it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so they are going to test it, and they dump it down the sewer. That's when Jack Schmidt was chased down the sewer, and I love when the officer radios in, and the one cop asks him, he goes, "You're in the sewer?" And he goes, "Yeah, but it's not what you're thinking. This time we chased a guy down here." Like, what does that even mean? Well, okay, so down the sewer, I was going to say Mike Schmidt. Jack Schmidt encounters this stuff. And I like that it doesn't just turn him into the poop man. It rips him apart down to bone. And then he is reborn.
Yeah. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I don't know. But I like that it's a little different. That's fine. And then the whole story is the FBI, the police, and the scientists are all after the shit monster. Meanwhile, there's a chili cook-off.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the town cannot afford to stop the chili cook-off because this is where they get the bulk of their money to, fund this town. They chase him out, and they save the day with their brilliant plan of attacking him with a million flies.
Yeah.
This movie's great.
Yeah, that.
Their armor was one of my favorite parts.
Oh my gosh, they wrap themselves in diapers. And...
I've never seen diapers so big.
Why? Why? There was no reason.
Well, in case the poop touched them.
It's for visual effect, I guess.
I like how they also had to load up on a bunch of toilet paper and for some reason, suppositories. I was trying to make sense of the suppositories, but I didn't get it. Why?
Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the thing. None of what they took ever came to fruition. They never used any of it except for the guns of Pepto, which I thought was actually really cool.
Yeah.
I think they could
Well,
have
I don't
utilized
know
that a
if
little
it
bit
was
better.
cool, but
That was really cool.
It was amazing, okay?
It was fun.
No, it was clever, and I liked it. They actually used that, though, at least.
Yeah.
They didn't use the toilet paper. They didn't use the suppositories.
How do you know?
I don't know. They didn't use the plunger, which, what the hell is that even going to do?
Yeah. That was weird.
Oh, I forgot. I loved that the way to get the turd monster to you is to put out corn and
Peanuts.
Yeah, he was chumming them with corn and peanuts.
And then he's calling them going, come on.
Oh my god, no, it's really good. Here's the thing I hated about that though, is even that didn't even do a thing. No. He was trying to call him like that, but while he was chumming him, he actually just ran into him.
Well, nobody knows how to deal with a shit monster. Everybody's just trying something new.
That's true.
This is all, it's the frontier.
Whew.
So
I guess.
Maybe you should have flushed some of it down the toilet, because he always came up through the toilets.
Yeah.
That would have made more sense.
Oh, yeah. If they just dumped all the Pepto in the toilets and flushed it down, they could have flushed him out that way. It would have made more sense, maybe. Yeah. I liked I actually even liked the scene where they went out to get all the stuff, like all the toilet papers, and they're throwing them at each other and they're loading up the trunk. Like, it's fun, but they didn't use any of it.
No.
Now, some of that may be because this movie was filmed over 2 years.
Wow.
So I've known movies to take a little bit more time, but yeah, this took over or about 2 years of filming. So maybe there was some stuff kind of lost along the way as far as where they thought they were or what they had recorded or whatever. Because there's some scenes, okay, the romance scene when they went back to that guy's apartment.
What was the point? There was no romance happening except for, I guess, the music.
They go there. It's it's supposed to be romantic, I guess, but nothing happens.
No.
And another scene where I'm like, oh man, no, shit's gonna get real. No pun intended. Was at the end. It's the chili cook-off, and it shows the bounce house, and everybody's having fun outside the bounce house. Like, like it like is deflating. I'm like, oh no, it's
Kids
gonna be
are
this.
screaming.
I know. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be like the attack scene.
Yeah.
And it just got, and it never goes back to that.
Yeah, the end was a little lackluster. I was
Yes.
expecting a lot more to happen. His arms kind of fall off from the flies, and then that's all that
Yeah,
happened.
but the effect of the flies,
Well, yeah.
that was top notch.
I've seen worse. I have seen worse. Okay, that's another thing too. Okay. So, I don't know the actual budget of this movie, but IMDb, however this works, I don't know, estimates it has a budget of $3,000.
Okay.
And that is amazing to me. That is amazing to me. I watched a movie recently that had a $7,000 budget that had maybe a handful of actors and maybe 2 or 3 different filming locations. Holy shit. This place was everywhere. We had like sewers and mines and offices and jails and science labs and
a helicopter.
Yeah, helicopter.
was there a helicopter? Why did I miss a helicopter?
You didn't see this part?
I think that's where they're.
Helicopter.
Yeah, that was great.
What?
I remember it now.
What?
I forgot, but I remember now.
It was a teeny tiny helicopter, but it's from the.
They called in the FBI.
Yeah, when Hannigan or whatever
Oh my
had to
God.
leave, she got in a helicopter, and the lady that put her in there was like,
No, I must have missed that. I'll have to watch
Yeah.
it again. Oh my
"That's
goodness.
pretty cool." I thought that
Yeah.
was neat.
I'm just saying there's so many people and so many locations, and honestly, even the effects aren't horrible. This movie's pretty good for $3,000.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't remember why there was a dead person and why they look like this, but do you remember in the morgue? I don't even know why that. I really don't know why anything in this movie happened. I couldn't tell you how any of this made sense, how this all tied in.
Okay.
But at one point, they're at a morgue, and the dead body starts moving. So the lady reveals, right?
She didn't care.
She didn't.
She was
care.
just like,
I know.
stab.
She takes it
Well,
off.
she acted real slow at first,
Oh yeah, she
and
was
then when
slow
she
at
took it
first.
off, she was like, "Ugh." And this was the weirdest corpse I've ever seen.
Well, because that was the acid guy, right?
Yeah. I don't know who this was though. You're right. I haven't. What happened to this guy?
I don't really know. I don't know why any of that had to happen, but she stabbed him in the eye. He came back to life. Why any of this happened, I have no idea.
And she
It is really weird.
uses the mystery corpse as a table the whole time. She
Does
has
she?
like
Oh yeah.
all her stuff on him, and she's flipping through the pages on him and whatnot.
Yeah. I don't.
Isn't that strange?
Well, I mean, that is strange, but I thought it was more strange that this scene is so crazy and this thing's coming back to life and it's all like goopy and weird looking. And she just looks at it and grabs some scissors, like, and that was it. That never went anywhere either. I don't know if that was like an afterthought or if they were trying to make that go somewhere else. I don't know. I can't even remember what person that was.
I don't know.
Because the only people I remember being affected by this stuff is lady in the beginning, which ended up being a skull when he dumped the stuff down the drain.
Broad daylight,
Broad daylight.
all the houses right there.
Picking up a skull. 2 dudes in a pickup truck dumping a 55-gallon barrel of shit down this drain with a human skull in it. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Poor
they found,
Timmy.
Like, they're just in the middle of town.
I know. It's so good. But yeah, I loved that when, I think I have it written down here too, where Timmy goes, why are we disposing of this? And the scientist guy's like, we're not disposing of it. I wouldn't throw my life's work down the toilet, Timmy. And he's such a dick.
But then, like, he kind of ends up doing that, right? Because later he goes to the... I don't know. I don't know what it is. The factory place or whatever, and dumps all that stuff down the drain.
The factory place.
Maybe he didn't mean to do it then. Maybe he was trying to make shit monster. Because he said he wasn't throwing it away.
No, he was dumping it specifically to test whatever it was. Is the deal.
Did not
But
get that.
then when the police found out about it, when Jack Schmidt died in there, they were going to test this sewer thing. I don't know where it landed or ended up. And so that's when he's like, we need to get our team together and flush all the evidence out of there. We got to clean this up so it doesn't come back to us. So that's when they went in there to clean up their mess so that they couldn't find her.
Shot the guy with a dart gun.
Wait, what? That happened?
Yeah. Yeah, he had a gun, but it was a dart gun.
Oh, I must have missed that too.
Which was Why a dart gun? Who has dart guns?
I don't know. I haven't seen a dart gun in years.
Professionals.
Are you talking about the ones with like little orange darts?
What? It looked like a dart. Like no,
No,
it looked like a gun.
like a tranquilizer.
But yeah, it
gun.
had like a.
Okay. I'm
He just
thinking.
held it there.
I'm thinking like an actual like little plastic dart gun.
Oh yeah.
And he
no.
held it there. I didn't see that either. I'm telling you, this movie moves fast. You gotta pay attention, or you're gonna miss some stuff. Okay. I can't. Wait. Did I ask you what the disturbing parts were that you were talking about earlier? What were you disturbed by in this movie? Because I didn't find really anything that disturbing.
It was the guy cleaning the toilet, and then the
Oh.
monster comes out, and it's just squirting all over his face and stuff. And that was a little bit much.
Yeah,
for
it
me.
was. But it like on the second viewing, I was dying. Like the first time, like, oh my god. And I was kind of chuckling a little bit, but I think I looked at it way too real the first time, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense, because it's such a serious movie. But the second time, I was dying. It's so good. But yeah, nothing's really that disturbing.
It's a guy made out of turds.
Yeah.
Wasn't that disturbing?
No, you know what? I know what's disturbing. One of the very first scenes when the police are investigating in the sewer, he goes to what looks like the big smear of shit on the side of the thing. He's already like super close to it. He takes his finger, smears some on his fingers, and smells it. Come on, you're right
Well,
there.
at
You can
least-
see what this is.
He didn't lick it. I was expecting him to do like a little.
I
little
was
taste
too.
Test.
I feel that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
They should have done that, but they did give us a pretty cool throw up scene.
Oh my god!
That lasted a very long time.
Never ending.
It was never. Although I think not everybody in the scene threw up though. I think it's like 2 people that didn't throw up.
Oh.
I wish they had all thrown up and kept it going.
Why do I not remember puking?
I think that was that in the same sewer scene? I don't remember. I don't remember the order of anything. I feel like this is it. There is a whole story here from point A to point B. It does exist.
Yeah, I think they put it together pretty good.
But-
Like some of these cheap movies you watch, and it's like I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
for
I
sure.
know something's happening. I don't understand all of it, but I can tell what's going on, kind of.
But I kind of feel like it's very broken apart. I mean, not knowing who the main character is doesn't exactly help. I don't know. It seemed really pieced, if that makes any sense. There's a story, but it seems pieced. Does that make sense? Probably not.
It's peaceful.
It's not peaceful. And I don't know. I've seen this 2 times, and I feel like I've still missed so much stuff. Is that a sign of a good movie? Is that rewatchability?
It's just it has so much depth to it, you know.
Yes. A lot of depth.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some fun factoids here. Hold on. Okay. So, this was written and directed by a duo by Dan West and Rick Popko. These 2 guys played 2 characters in this movie. Okay, they were both police officers. They were the 2 with the
With the car, right?
Huh?
With the car, right?
Yes, they were the same ones with the car, with the dummy when they were doing a little junkie dummy puppet guy, which was hilarious. And then when they would sit at the desk and have that little banter back and forth. Those are the guys. Okay. So I found out that Dan West and Rick Popko played police officers
I know where this is going. I already noticed this.
in Rectuma. And they worked with Mark Pirro. And shockingly enough, Mark Pirro was a special guest appearance in this movie.
I didn't see him though. I
He
didn't notice
was the sketch artist.
him.
That was him when he did the little fart noise.
It drooled out of
Yeah. Yeah. What?
I think I watched that like
Did it
20
sound like this?
times.
Okay, you know what? That was disturbing. I
was
watched that and I was like, oh. And like, I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Whew.
Yeah. When I was watching it and it ended and they had the credits, I saw Mark Pirro. I was like, "This is why Patrick picked the movie because he loves Mark Pirro."
No, that's the funny part. I had no idea until just a little while ago when I was quickly trying to rummage for some stuff to talk about. And I'm like, whoa, Mark Pirro. And so I was doing like some research on it. And yeah, he did a cameo. He did some visual effects in here, and I think some special effects. And that's when I had found out that the guys in this, the Dan West and Rick Popko, they were in his movie, which is really funny because I was going to say that this could come in a double feature pack with Rectuma. They would play very well together.
Did you see that they made another movie? These two guys. Well, They made a couple of movies, but they made another movie, which is, it says it's a sequel to this one. But I don't think it's a real sequel.
Oh.
I think it just takes place in the same town with the same people.
Oh.
But I don't think it's like
They have their own
really
universe.
connected.
Poor town.
But they are. I don't know how long they've been doing it for. We go to the website and it says it's in production. When did they say that? 14 years ago? I don't know. But they're in production of Monsturd 2.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and the sequel, though, the one that they did complete is called Retarded.
Oh.
And it looks like it's zombies, but they're mentally handicapped. So, yeah.
I saw that on TV.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I was hoping that wouldn't get brought up.
So,
Sorry. Oh, man. All right. You know what? I got a game to play. You guys want to play a game?
I wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so stupid. It's mostly just me reading some stuff. Okay.
What a fun game.
he's got some poetry. He's wants to, like...
Okay, so I'm going to read you 4 reviews from people off Amazon.
For this movie?
Maybe.
Oh.
One of them is from Rectuma. Can you spot
Did you watch Rectuma?
the Rectuma?
She never watched Rectuma. So, she don't know.
Well, maybe you can.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Do I want to? I don't know.
So we'll see what happens. You never know. Okay, so this one comes from Neil P. Says, go do your taxes, have a root canal, or brush your dog's teeth. Don't spend your time on this stinker. Make Sharknado look like Citizen Kane.
Don't spend your time on the stinker.
And he gives it 1 star. Whew. Okay.
Why are these for Rectuma? This isn't the movie we watched.
No, I'm not. Huh? I'm not saying that one of them. You gotta find it.
But this isn't Rectuma.
I know.
Why are we doing
So
Rectuma?
no, here's the thing. Okay, maybe I didn't clarify.
I'm confused.
I'm just here.
Let me go. Wait. Let me redo this. Okay, so I'm gonna read 4 reviews. Okay, only one is not of this movie,
Oh.
and that one is from Rectuma. Because they're
okay.
kind of similar, he kind of blends in.
Mm,
Can you
gotcha.
spot the
I see.
Rectuma?
I spot the Rectuma. The Rectuma.
It's not a Rectuma. All right, this next one comes from Jay Perez. Who the heck thought this film was going to work from start? At least when Theodore Rex, 1996, and the Garbage Pail Kids movie, 1987, were made, dinosaurs and the Garbage Pail Kid card line were still popular at those times. But poop is never popular with anyone at any time.
What?
The story is dumb and the cast is forgettable. In fact, this whole movie is forgettable. I give this garbage, this is my favorite, a -0 out of 10. A -0, which I'm pretty sure is just a 0. I don't know how you can have a -0. But yes, and still actually comes in at 1 star. Because I think you have to give it
Yeah.
something. Okay. But he gives it a -0 out of 10.
And when isn't poop popular?
I don't know.
Everyone does it.
He doesn't know this, audience. Anyway, this next one comes from D-Dums. He says, okay, I guess some folks who saw this movie didn't get that it was a spoof. It's not really scary. It's funny, because it's supposed to be. Considering the low budget and the fact that the actors all seem to be old college friends, it's actually a well-written movie with some very laugh-out-loud moments. He gives it 5 stars.
Did you write that?
No.
You need them.
I do look like a D-Dums. Okay, and lastly, I think these got progressively longer as I went down. Okay, this last one comes from Michael Cross. He says, The movie itself is pure comp. I don't know what that means. The production values.
A moment of silence.
I was trying to figure out what pure comp is. Okay, I didn't rewrite these or just copy and paste, so whatever I got is what it is. The production values are so low that the vocal track was added at a later time. The acting is either over the top or just plain awful. With that being said, I've coerced a few unsuspecting friends and family members into watching this movie with me for the sheer ludicrousness, and they walked away with a new appreciation for every other movie made.
That was the Rectuma one. That one was it. That was the Rectuma one.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yes, that last one was it.
Because I wish they had added the audio to this movie afterwards, but they didn't.
Oh, I didn't think it was that bad, though.
It was not great. You know what I didn't like is whenever there was a dark scene, you just couldn't see anything.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it just wasn't there. It could have had some lights.
In their defense, the dark scenes were far and few. But when they did appear, yeah, you really couldn't see anything.
No.
But, you know, I'm kind of okay with that. I almost feel like I prefer that than when people try and shoot day for night and you end up with, like, it's just, like, pure blue. You ever see that? It's, like, light but, like, a blue sheen.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They put, like, the night filter on it, and it's just, like, a blue.
Yeah. Everything looks like you're on a different planet. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I know sometimes you got to do what you got to do, but I don't like when they shoot day for night. I think that this kind of poops.
Poop.
I can make a decent amount of show with this.
Yeah, I feel like we struggled on this one a
We
little bit.
did.
I think we need to get back in the groove.
We do, and I knew this was going to happen. Although, that being said, I think this actually went a little bit better than even what I was expecting. So we're okay.
All right.
We're okay. It'll piece together a watchable show for family.
Yeah.
All right. Whew. It's time for final thoughts and ratings. Haven't done that in a while. We are going to rate this. Most people rate it stars or whatever. I'm going to have specific ratings. We're going to rate this one bottles of Pepto.
Oh.
Okay. And we're going to do a scale of 1 to 5. You can do halvesies, but nothing in between that to make it whatever. So, Lydia, what are your final thoughts and ratings for the 2003 movie Monsturd?
It was watchable.
All right.
It had funny moments. I enjoyed bits and pieces. Other pieces were disturbing. I would not watch again. I'm gonna give it 3 bottles.
Wow. That's really good.
I thought it was like decent for a really like low budget movie. I think they did all right.
I didn't see that coming. I was thinking maybe 1.5.
Yeah.
Well, 3 full bottles of Pepto. Russell, what are you going to rate Monsturd?
You know, I think I agree. You know, we laughed, we cried, and in the end, I wondered why. I think I'll do 2.5.
Oh, 2.5? All right, that's good.
I thought it was fine. I might watch it again if someone else was interested in watching it. I'd watch it. I wouldn't watch it for myself
Yeah.
because, you know, it's already done.
I can't imagine someone's gonna want to watch that, but yeah.
You could put it on in the background.
Yeah.
Like
it's
a Halloween party.
Ooh.
Throwing that out there.
maybe a Christmas party,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Really
you know?
shake things up, I guess. All right. That leaves me. I actually thought I was going to come in a bit high on this one. I'm giving it 3.5.
Oh.
And you know what? I never thought I would say this about a movie that's about a ship monster and lowbrow humor. This movie was delightful.
Delightful.
I had such a good time watching this movie. Oh, yes. I don't know about you guys. I recommend this movie. If you like low-budget movies to begin with, you should put this on your list. But you know what? Maybe don't have high expectations.
Wow.
Because then it might skew how you feel about it when you walk away from the movie. But it was a good movie. I think this is a solid start
Solid.
for PoopToober, which I came up with, by the way.
I wouldn't be like proud of that.
You came up with it?
Didn't I come up with it?
Did you? Oh.
I'm the one that
I was
Pooptober.
sitting here.
You were talking about Farttober. I said, "Is this Pooptober?"
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, PoopToober. It's poop. This is so stupid. PoopToober is just as bad as Farttober, if not worse, but it's going to be amazing in the end.
It's a movement.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, that does it for this episode. We will see you guys next week for an all-new episode as PoopToober continues. Oh my goodness.
I can log this one away.
Whoa!
That was me.
Was it?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I thought maybe it was me.
Well, I felt it. So if you made a noise, I felt your noise in my throat. So that's disturbing.